Hi, welcome or welcome back. My name is Elaine and I write a blog over at fairlycurated.com. And today I will be talking about the 3 Hermes Plume bags that are in my collection. So I have the size 32, 28, and 28 Elan. I'll be going over what fits, how much the bags weigh, some mod shots, and which ones are my favorite and which one is not. So a little background about the bags. The first one I got was the 32, and I got this off of Brandier on eBay. The second one I got was this Plume 28 Elan that I got off the RealReal. And then I got this one last. This is the Plume 28, and I also got it off of Brandier. So the Plume 32 is from the year 2000. It is in Togo leather, and it was sold to me as gold, though I'm not sure because this is also supposed to be gold. And if you take a look at the coloring, one is definitely darker than the other. Of course, there's going to be some variation color when it comes to different leathers, so that could be it. But yeah, I'll stick with it as gold since it does have the contrast stitching. This 28 size is from the year 2003. As you can see, it's in the white color and made of Epsom leather, but inside is actually red. So this is a Verso style. So as you can also see, the piping is also red, and then the zipper is also red, which is kind of fun. It's, it's a really nice pop of color. This one's actually in the palladium hardware, so it's silver. This one was in gold. This is the Plume 28 Elan from 2004. I got this one off of the RealReal. When I bought it, it was sold to me as orange, or the color pot iron, but I could tell from the photos that it was gold because of the contrast stitching. And also I've seen in videos in the past that vintage Epsom in gold tends to run a little orange. I did put a little rodeo charm that has orange in it, and as you can see, it's a little bit different from the gold. There's other sizes other than these for the Plume. It also comes in a mini 20. I don't know if you watch Jessie Style, but she has a black mini Plume and it's super cute. She says she mostly uses it for like an evening bag because it doesn't fit that much. So I don't foresee myself getting a Plume in that size anytime soon. Hermes has also recently released a new mini Plume. Retails for $7,700, which is kind of a lot, which is a lot. I wouldn't buy it for that price. I only have all these vintage ones because I got them for a really great deal. A little bit about the dimensions. So like I said, the Plume 32, it's 12 by 9 by 4.25 inches deep. The 28 is 11 inches long by 8 high and 4 inches deep. So they're actually quite similar in depth, with the 32 being just slightly deeper. And then you have the 28 Elan that is 11 inches long, just like the regular 28, 6.5 inches high and only 2.25 inches deep. So there's less depth on the 28 Elan along with less height, although the length is the same. And then I guess for me, one of the more important things to know is the strap drop, or like the handle drop. So for the 32, the handle drop is 7.5 inches. And so as you can see here, I'll throw it to the side. It does fit over my shoulder. Like, it's a little snug, but it's not a problem. When you size down to the Plume 28, the handle drop is 6.75 inches. So it's not even a full inch less. However, I do have trouble fitting it over my shoulder. Like, it's just, it could fit, but only one strap would fit. This doesn't quite even go over. So that to me makes this a mostly hand carry bag. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it is kind of big for just a hand carry bag. It does fit over, of course, the crook of the arm, but other than that, I can't really wear it over my shoulder. And then of course, the Plume 28 Elan, the little small one, only has a 5-inch drop. So of course it would not fit over my shoulder. However, I will show you later, I have a workaround for this since I really do love this bag. And then for the weights of these bags, the Plume 32 weighs 2 pounds. This one weighs 1 pound 7 ounces, and the Plume 28 Elan weighs 15.2 ounces. So obviously the biggest one is going to be heaviest. It's also made in Togo, which is slightly heavier than the Epsom that these two are made out of, but I don't mind because this one can go over my shoulder, so it's not that hard to carry. For the Plume 32, I weigh it down even more because I carry my laptop in there quite often. It is sort of my work laptop bag because it is very sturdy. The difference is, other than the size, I think for these bags, is that Plume 28 Elan doesn't come with feet, but the Plume 28 and the 32, they do come with feet. So that's something to also keep in mind. All right, so I'm gonna go over what fits in each bag, starting with the largest, the 32 size. As you can see right now, it's empty. It is lined with leather. It comes with a flat pocket on one side and two smaller flat pockets on the other. The flat pocket inside does fit a phone, so that's useful. It also will fit my laptop, as I was saying. So I throw it in, and I usually put it just to one side like this. Oops, sorry. Put it to one side like this. It fits just perfectly in this panel back here. Okay. And then currently this is the bag that I'm using. It's the Songmont Gather bag. It's a whole nother story I'll talk about later. Of course, we'll be doing a review on it, but I will show you what fits. Be taking stuff out of here and putting it in here. All right, so I have an iPad, a notebook, my wallet, my pouch, sunscreen, which I put in the little pocket, along with some hand sanitizer, again, put it in the little pocket. That one's not in the little pocket, a lip balm, put it in the little pocket with sunscreen, another lip balm, some tissue, and a handkerchief with, yeah. Okay, and that's empty. So, if you want to take a look, that's how it is. It's quite heavy since I have like all the things, and it does fit over my shoulder. So when it gets this heavy, I find myself supporting it on the bottom and kind of cradling it for the bag, but also for my shoulder. So it is, ooh, quite heavy. Also for demonstration purposes, I have this empty water bottle to show, of course, that this also could fit a water bottle easily. It could also fit standing up, but since I already stuffed the bag, I'm just gonna put it on top. And there you go. Togo, super durable, very scratch resistant, water resistant, you know, just wipe it off. And so this bag is 25 years old and still looks great. Obviously, if it got really bad, I can take it back to Hermes and have them fix it up, but it's got plenty of life left. So from the 32, let's see what fits in the 28. So again, beautiful red leather lining. There's another flat pocket on one side and two smaller flat pockets on the other side. So water bottle does fit standing up inside the 28, or you could of course lie it down, but I'll try keeping it standing up. My phone, which also just fits in the pocket. Sunscreen and lip balms. All right, I'll put that in the other flat pocket like I did for the 32. So notebook and mini iPad would also fit. Ooh, it's a little tight with the water bottle, but it works. All right, wallet. What's missing? My sunglasses. All the other stuff. And last but not least, laptop would not fit. So just put that on the side. And I'm back with my sunglass case. So that's everything in here. It does fit pretty much everything the 32 does except for the laptop. I can close it up. And unfortunately, doesn't quite go over my shoulder. I mean, I can still cradle it like I do the 32. So, you know, it's a possibility, but it's just not as comfortable. I'm mostly cradling it with just this one strap resting on my shoulder. All right, and let's go one more size down. So we're gonna go from the 28 to the 28 Elan. And inside, again, it has one much smaller flat pocket. And again, two even smaller flat pockets on the other side. So I just noticed, which is interesting, that the 28 and the 32 both have a gusset for their smaller pocket, so that the phone can fit, but the phone will not fit on this one. So I'll just wait. Water bottle as well. It would fit lying down, but I probably wouldn't carry a water bottle inside there unless I really had to, because this bag gets quite stuffed. It is a lot smaller. So I will be taking out my notebook and the iPad because those will not fit. Will they fit? Oh no, actually I lied. They do fit. They do fit, but I don't normally carry an iPad or notebook in here. But yeah, good to know. It does indeed fit. Sort of like how the laptop fits in the 32. You just kind of put it snugly to one side. So I would say for the 28 Elan, I usually just carry my essentials. So that's wallet, sunglasses, pouch, tissue, sunscreen, lip balms, hand sanitizer, handkerchief, and a phone, So if I were to throw all that in there, it actually has quite a bit of room to spare. I could actually probably throw the water bottle on top. Yes, it fits. So yeah, I mean, if I needed to, it could fit. It does fit quite a bit. Okay. Now, like I mentioned, this handle drop is really hand carry only. It does go on the crook of your arm, but I do have a workaround so that I can put it on my shoulder. So my workaround is this third-party strap that I bought for my Evelyn, and luckily they're both in silver hardware, and I just throw it onto the square clips that hold up the handles. So like so. And then I can just throw it over my shoulder. So I actually have gone shopping with this bag and I carry it like this. It's very comfortable because of the wide guitar strap. Also because this bag is so much lighter, but it still fits all the essentials. You know, it really works out when I go out with it. I can do a little side view. As you can see, fits just right under my shoulder. The Elan size is great for that east-west style, you know, and I really like the simple shape. I would say probably the only drawback is that it doesn't have feet, so I definitely have to be careful where I put this bag down. Luckily, this strap in gold matches both my Plume 28 Elan and my Berenia Evelyn, so I'll just interchange them. I actually took both of these bags to Hawaii. This one also can fit a laptop, so I would use this sort of as my laptop bag, and then I would use this kind of for just shopping or going out, my grab and go really, and then I could use the strap for both. So that's it for my brief review of my Hermes Plume bags. As I had hinted to in the beginning, I use two of these a lot and I don't use the other one hardly at all. So you could probably guess that the ones I use the most are the 32 and the 28 Elan. The 32 because it is sort of my laptop bag. It is also featured in my top 5 most used bags for the first half of 2025. And I wouldn't be surprised if this little 28 Elan also made it up on a most used list. However, sadly, I do not use my Plume 28 all that often, mostly because of the size and strap drop. So like I had said, the strap doesn't quite go over my shoulder. And also probably because of the color. So, I mean, the white and the red is really nice, kind of preppy, you know, kind of gives me like a Miu Miu tennis prep kind of vibe. I do like that the inside is red. It's such a cool pop of color, but I can tell already that the handles of these are yellowing. So I did put a twilly on here that actually matches really well with the bag. It's white with red accents, just like this bag. Also the white Epsom, even though Epsom is pretty easy to clean and it's, I don't know, unlikely to get color transfer, I think. I just am a little bit more careful with white bags. And I think so was the former owner of this bag, because this bag is still quite stiff. I mean, it's in great condition other than the handles. But these two other bags, like this is also Epsom, and this Epsom is nice and smushy. So this is actually 1 year younger, and yet it's been used way more. So the Epsom has softened. It kind of has this really nice vintage feel. This bag is still quite stiff. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this bag in my collection for that much longer. So yeah, I think these two, the 32 and the 28 Elan, are definitely forever bags in my collection. Honestly, the Plume line from Hermes is probably the most practical. You know, of course, it's very simple, but it's also very well made and very easy to use. If I guess, you know, if I really wanted to keep this white one, I could always put a red or white strap on the hooks like I do for this one and still put it over my shoulder, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. So we'll see. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching if you made it all the way through. I really appreciate your support and your time and attention. I understand, you know, there's a lot of options out there, especially when it comes to BagTube, which is what I call YouTube about bags. So I appreciate that you spent some time here with me. Please stay tuned for more reviews other than Hermes, including Hermes, all of the above, and we'll see you next time. Bye.